here tonight and on your Cardinal station. There they go. It's the night before the big game, and Cardinals fans are flocking to Charlotte, North Carolina. We got the youngsters there getting ready for a chance at history tomorrow night. And hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us here at 5 o'clock. I'm Doug Proffitt. In 27 hours, the 10-2 Louisville Cardinals will play in their first ever ACC championship game against the undefeated Florida State Seminoles. That team has some questions at the quarterback position right now, just some of the early drama going into the game. Jim Stratman from Good Morning Kentuckiana and photojournalist Jessica Farley are part of our big team in Charlotte, North Carolina. Jim, you were at ACC Fan Fest. We joined you about an hour ago. Things are getting a little livelier there.
You could say that again, Doug. It's getting very lively over here. We're seeing a very party atmosphere right now. Lots of Florida State fans here, lots of Louisville fans as well. And it looks like I might be joined by a fan favorite. Look at here, Louie joining us here on WHAS11, getting ready for a big game tonight. It is something that we've all been looking forward to. Lots of fans, I've been told, are still on their way down to Charlotte to get ready for this game, but still lots of excitement going on down here at FanFest. It has been a party atmosphere. That party atmosphere continues even now. There's still plenty to do out here when you come down to FanFest. There's cornhole, there's a football toss. There you can see ACC channel programming going on right now. They're taping it right behind us. You can, of course, interact with some of the mascots out here, just like Louie. The entire ACC crew was out here earlier today as well. We ran into some fans earlier this morning who said that what they were looking forward to, even though it might be a little bit rainy, was just being together and being able to take in all of this experience. They weren't going to let the rain or anything like that really rain on their parade.
Oh, it's exciting. I mean, all the hotels have all the ACC fanfare, and this morning we walked past FanFest, and it's just a really hyped up atmosphere.
Just the hype of and energy of college football is always fun. So
have a great time.
Enjoy it.
FanFest is going to be open tonight until 9 o'clock. It's going to open up bright and early again tomorrow, 10 a.m. And I was chatting with some fans earlier today. They said that one of their plans for the day was actually going to be go invest in some nice rain gear, something maybe you don't have to necessarily worry about, but something they're going to have to worry about a little bit tomorrow for the game. Something you're just going to have to plan for when you come down to Charlotte. Doug, toss it back to you. It has been a very party atmosphere here, and the party is continuing at FanFest.
Well, Jim, I'm curious. I know you've been talking to fans. U of L, of course, coming off that loss to Kentucky, which stunned so many of the fans. Are they telling you how they think this game will go?
Lots of optimism, Doug. Even though the loss to Kentucky stung at the time, there's a lot of optimism surrounding this game because it is so historic for some of these fans. First time U of L has played in an ACC championship game. I heard a couple people talking about how this is going to be bigger than the bowl game this year because it is a championship, something that everyone is looking forward to.
All right, Jim Stratman live in Charlotte. Thank you very much, Jim. Jim, part of our team down there, along with Ken Spencer. Don't forget, folks, you can watch this game only one place once again, Cardinal football on WHAS 11. We've got a live pregame show for you tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. from Charlotte, and then the kickoff is at 8 p.m. And stick around after that game. We will take the live post-game comments live for you, the coverage right after the ACC championship. The breaking story from Washington, D.C. today. We're following it for you here tonight as Kentucky lawmakers also cast their votes. The historic moment on Capitol Hill. The House of Representatives is voting to remove New York Congressman George Santos from office. Only a few people in history have been removed. ABC's Liz Landers has more on how the vote went down.
For only the 6th time in U.S. history, a member of Congress has been expelled from the House of Representatives.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted.
105 Republicans and 206 Democrats voted to remove Santos, who left the floor of the House before the vote had even finished, telling reporters on his way out,
I no longer have to answer legal questions.
Republican House leadership did not vote to remove Santos, with Speaker Mike Johnson expressing concern about that precedent in recent days. Florida Representative Byron Donald saying he was frustrated with the process.
I am not saying what George Santos is accused of is good, but he is allowed to have it adjudicated in court like every citizen of our country.
But a number of House Republicans led the effort in recent weeks to expel their colleague, the third attempt at doing so.
There's a standard of conduct that we are going to uphold. George Santos, former member of Congress, fell very short of that.
And Democrats voted overwhelmingly to do so, too. They pointed out that Santos is facing 23 felony charges to which he's pleaded not guilty.
And let's remember that George Santos is likely to go to jail.
Republicans now with an even slimmer majority in the House as they try to move critical pieces of legislation, like additional aid for Israel and Ukraine, in the coming weeks. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has 10 days from being notified of the vacancy to announce a special election. According to New York law, that election must take place within the next 3 months. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Here's how your lawmakers voted. Kentucky's 6 representatives in the House voted for expulsion of George Santos. Every representative voted to expel Santos except Thomas Massey, from the Republican from the District Number 4. That district runs from Crestwood, Kentucky to far eastern Kentucky. By the way, both representatives from southern Indiana, Larry Bucshon and Aaron Houchin, voted to expel Santos. The rain around town right now is just enough to be a nuisance. You know, it's a problem on your car windshield. You don't know whether it's really drizzle or just wants to come down a little harder. Look at that live view there. Colleen Peterson, it looks like we've got a little fog in Kentuckiana at the moment, too.
We're seeing some fog, some drizzles. It's almost like, do I wear a rain jacket or not? If you have your hair done for your Friday night, I would go ahead and wear that rain jacket. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stick around throughout the next few hours. Here's a look at the radar. Barely anything out there, but zooming on in to Jefferson County, we are seeing some light showers, some patchy fog forming around town at 5:07 p.m. But the bulk of the heavier showers is done. We're just going to see those lingering drizzles here for the next few hours, even throughout tomorrow morning. Temperatures are in the mid-50s right now and going to stay in the 50s for tomorrow morning. I think that the showers will start to clear out tomorrow morning for the Jingle Bell Run 5K. So that's at 9 o'clock in the morning. Our chief meteorologist, Ben Pine, will actually be hosting that event. We did get some rain today, only about a 1/10 inch, a 1/4 inch clocked in around E-Town, Hodgenville, almost got to a 1/2 inch. That's much needed rain. It's December 1st and we are starting out with some wet soil, which is great. So Saturday, we will stay mostly dry, a few showers off to the south. And then on Sunday, we have another update for the rain chances for Sunday. I'm going to time out those showers for your weekend ahead and also talk about that big game coming up shortly. Doug?
Thank you very much, Colleen. More of the top stories, local news here today at 5. The widow of Tommy Elliott, one of the 5 people killed in the Old National Bank mass shooting on April 10th in Louisville, has decided now to make her voice heard. We've learned that Marianne Elliott will be heading to Frankfort to support a gun safety bill proposed for next year. Senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez has more details on this tonight. And Isaiah, I know that Marianne Elliott won't be alone in this. When is this all going to happen in Frankfort?
Well, Doug, 2 weeks from today, that's Friday, December 15th, we'll see the push for a law to get guns out of the hands of those in crisis and prevent tragedies like the one that killed Marianne Elliott's husband, Tommy, back in April. Marianne Elliott will be part of a large group sitting in on a committee hearing where CAR, a highly anticipated 2024 bill, will be introduced. It stands for Crisis Aversion and Rights Retention. The bill would allow law enforcement to temporarily seize a person's gun if a judge deems them in crisis and a risk to themselves or others. Also in attendance will be Whitney Austin. You see her there, a well-known Louisville advocate for gun safety. Austin survived being shot 12 times in a shooting that killed 3 people at Fifth Third Bank headquarters in Cincinnati back in 2018.
We're going to discuss this in a way that I think most have not, and that will open people's minds to solutions that can do, as I said, balance both sides, public safety, personal safety, as well as the Second Amendment.
Now, back in July, and what we know to be the only time Marianne Elliott has spoken publicly about the shooting, she said she knew she had to do something, but didn't know what that looked like just yet. Now it appears she's found that plan of action, Doug.
The sponsor of the bill, the Republican Whitney Westerfield, whom you've been talking to, says he's going to put out a couple of different versions of this bill just to throw it out there. I found that interesting. Why do that? And is this really one sign that this could be a really tough sell?
In some ways, the committee meetings, that's what they're for, right? Before 2024 hits. In other ways, he did allude to the fact that there is one version that's a little more popular with Republicans than the other. We know this is not simply a red or blue bill. There are factions of Republicans who are really, really wary about, in their words, taking away some of the rights instilled in the Constitution. So we can see which version is popular here.
This hearing going to come at an emotional time, so close to the holidays for these families too as well.
Absolutely. We understand, Christmas is just ahead for many of these families. It's their first Christmas season without their loved ones, so definitely serious.
Since the shooting. Okay. Thank you, Isaiah. Heads up, Indiana drivers. The westbound Sherman-Minton lanes are going to be closed for the weekend starting tonight. The I-64 westbound lane will be shut down starting tonight until 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. Monday morning. All westbound lanes are impacted. Officials suggest you use for the detour I-265 in southern Indiana, and you can connect with I-65 for your alternate routes. Also new tonight, Kroger is addressing concerns over chicken at its Clifton neighborhood location just outside downtown. These photos were posted on social media Thursday night, last night. They appear to show two labels on a package of roasted chicken. The first has a sell-by date of November 27th. On the top of that is another label with a sell-by date of December 3rd. We stopped by that location today to see if any other items were relabeled, and when we got there, there was no chicken on display in Clifton. Kroger's released a statement that reads in part, quote, "We understand the concerns that this incident may have raised among our customers, and we would like to reassure everyone that we are taking all necessary steps to address the issue and prevent any reoccurrence. We remain committed," they go on to say, "to providing our customers with safe, high-quality products and maintaining the trust that they have placed in us."